Daniel Bell Drummond scored his second 100 in consecutive knocks as Kent got the better of Glamorgan on the opening day of the LV County Championship game in Canterbury. Rob Keir decided to work on his game and so missed out here, leaving Sam North East to win the toss and decided to have a bat first. A good decision, even though the surface was a green one, as Bell Drummond was soon off and running. This innings coming just a handful of days since he struck a century in the drawn match with Leicestershire at this same ground. Joe Denley is another who started this summer off quite well. He appears to be enjoying his return to Kent after some less than productive years at Middlesex. He made another start here in scoring a nice looking 30 made out of an opening stand of 68. He would have fancied going on here only to edge Michael Hogan to Jacques Rudolph. But that was to be Glamorgan's only breakthrough in the first session of this match. Brendan Nash came in and struck a couple of early boundaries off David Lloyd, who'd been brought back into the side after Nottinghamshire recalled loanee Andy Carter, who had done a good job in his short spell with the Welshman. Bell Drummond was steady throughout the morning, this being his 8th 4 of the session and his second in the same over from Dean Koska. 3 legitimate balls after that, Bell Drummond was at his 50, one made off 95 deliveries. He saw his side through to the lunch break, which came with Kent on 125 for 1 and handily placed as they looked to build on their morning's hard work in the afternoon. But soon after the restart, Nash went after this ball from Hogan and nicked behind to fall for 34 after adding 66 with Bell Drummond, who then watched North East go LBW to Craig Macheda, whose appeal could get him a job on Strictly Come Dancing. North East made 8. Bell Drummond remained and picked off any offerings, working the ball well off his legs, his timing being one of the noticeable aspects of this innings. Still only 21 years of age, this appears already that it may be the summer which makes the man. A man who impressed with the England under-19 team. He is in great nick right now. Fabian Cowdrey has yet to become the latest from the famous family to really make his mark. He nicked off to Lloyd after making 14 as Kent found themselves on 190 for 4. That brought in Darren Stevens, who was soon doing what he always seems to do, and that's putting bat to ball. He had no worries about hitting over the top, which may have frustrated the visiting attack some. Before too long, Kent had racked up a second batting bonus point. Bell Drummond was excellent throughout, and when Macheda dropped one in a bit short, the opener seized on it and pulled away his 16th 4 to reach 3 figures for the second innings in a row of 179 balls. His jump for joy showed just what this meant to him before he took in the applause from the dressing room. But there followed a moment of concern for the youngster when Lloyd accidentally let slip a beamer, which hit the batsman flush on the helmet and knocked him off his feet. Thankfully he was okay to continue after some treatment and a new helmet. But not for long. To the second delivery with the second new ball, Hogan had him LBW and Bell Drummond was heading back for a memorable 123, made out of a score of 277 for 5. Stevens' 8th 4 then took him to a 50, the 90th time the 39-year-old has got at least that far in his long career. This one had come off 75 balls and had backed up the efforts of Bell Drummond rather well. But Stevens was out next ball, falling into a trap to turn a delivery from Graham Wagg straight into the hands of Rudolph at leg gully. Stevens could hardly believe it. With a dozen overs left in the day, Glamorgan may have fancied getting the innings over and done with, but Sam Billings had other ideas as he and Callum Haggett added 36 more for the 7th wicket, bringing up the Kent 300 in the process. Haggett would have enjoyed this, a beautifully executed pull-off Wag, which went all the way for 6. Kent looked to finish a good day off strongly. But as the shadows lengthened, Billings on 26 made a hash of a pull-off Macheda and skied a catch to Chris Cook, while Haggett fell to the very last ball of the day, courtesy of an excellent catch by Rudolph, Hogan collecting his 4th wicket of the day. It was one which ended with Kent on 330 for 8, with a number of home batsmen making a start before getting out, except of course Bell Drummond.